Okay, this demo setup is this model setup. It's not as easy as it may look. Let's go all the way out to here. Let's start identifying parts. So this will be your M. There's your L. And I had to use a support in the middle to hold the steel up. That's going to represent what I'll tell you in a second. There's K. And let's look at K for a second. As you recall, between K and M is the apartment 111, I believe. And on the outside of that, the floor elevation is 13.6. So what I did was I took the difference between the deck, that's on the steel there, and the top. And we know it to be 1'6". So this represents 1'6" elevation change from the top of that steel to the top of that steel, the aluminum. And I'm going to have to scream a little bit or raise my voice as I step out and back in. Let me see if I can do this. So there's your 1'6" here. The distance is not scaled, but the distance is scaled in this direction. This is a 7-foot setback. 7-foot setback now. The setback, I could be off by about 3 inches because of the, is it the face of it or is it the outside of it? That's 7, and that one is 11. So, oh, wait a minute, I guess I went too far. I guess I was out of camera. Okay, good. I was out of camera. So the setbacks are here. Let's do that. I wrapped the aluminum. Let's see if I walk over there and show you. That setback is 7 inches. 7 feet from the wall, if you will. And the wall is represented by the steel. And that would be the wall I'm referring to would be the face of the building, which would be also the drop slab detail. This steel here represents the other part of the deck that sticks out 11 feet. Now that's scaled. I could be off by about the thickness of the steel, depending on how accurate they were. I don't know if they're using the face or not, but I'm using the face. So let me see if I can step in here and raise my voice to you. Oh, and then the far left is beyond K. That's the elevation again. That will be your elevation change. The top of that double K, see it? That's the top of the not the finished material, but the top of the slab for the building inside the lobby areas once you enter the structure. Remember, the cars drive under. Let me see if I can get over there and start talking a little louder. Neighbors think I'm crazy, right? But here we go. So the cars drive. This is where the collapse initially starts. LOL, where you can see the materials go down. This is not here. So I wanted to show you that that's not representative. That's not concrete. Okay, there's nothing there. The concrete is elevated up to the elevation of what you see right there. It changes the top of M in the middle. So that elevation is, Dell, give me a couple of bricks, please. Get me 3 bricks. 6. 6 and 6, thanks. So there's Dale, he's going to help me out. So we're going to go with 6 and 6. And this will get us our elevation equal out here to the left. And that will be equal to the elevation here. And that's the top of our pad. At some point they step down to the deck, but let's go here. I'm going to keep this here for now to help you explain. I'll explain it as let me turn the camera back. I'll explain as I go. So this is equal to over there. So 3 and 3. And then 3. Give me 3 more. Hold on, you move. So now you're catching on, and I wanted to do it this way to show you. So now you're catching on to that elevation is a 7-inch step up right there from top of them to the inside internal deck. That's where they'd have a mini drop slab. Mini drop slab, because that is, we're going out to the far one. We're going out to the far one. You got 3. I got one here. Put 3 on it now. That's good. I got 3. So now we're at the elevation. Thanks, Dale. So now we're at the elevation. I have this here. Let's talk about this right now. Let's pretend like this is concrete. It is not. No concrete. There's no concrete down here. But, Dale, if you give me those over 3 again, I think 3 more. 3 more. Oh no, let's just change this. Let's change this up. Let's go with this. I'm going to pull these clamps, and we're going to put the concrete. Well, no, I need them to visualize it more. Let me let you visualize this more right now. I was going to put the concrete on top to show you. That's why I had multiple tarps underneath of here. But that one there. But then I decided the clear tarp would be the best way to go to help you visualize it. So let's go ahead and I want you to look at this first. I want you to think about it. That reinforcement, the cross member here, as I visualize it, I think it sits on top of the BMA that goes this way. This is all a BMA structure interlocking together. But if you can imagine I'm sorry, this is the lower deck. This is the lower deck, and then they have right about here they have that greenery, and it goes out further than that because I just don't have the steel. I didn't have the steel to finish setting it up, but it goes out further, and they have that greenery pots, the flower pot and all. But I just wanted to go from this BMA for right now in this demonstration from here back to the structure. As you can see, if this was now we are gonna do that, Dale. Let's pull this plastic out and let's put it on top. Yeah. I'm gonna take off this. I'm gonna put this, lift it up a little bit right here. Good. Grab steel, grab steel. Need three more bricks. So that's our elevation that we're working on right now. This elevation will show you the deck, the concrete decking. Now, I didn't go on top of it. I should be on top of it with the plastic, and perhaps I will. Let's see. Perhaps I will just now, but I want to be able to show you what this looks like as we're building it, as you can visualize it. All right, Dale, I'm going to pull this plastic up. Put this on underneath. Put that plastic up. Where are my clamps?
Right there, there's one.
Okay, there's no, it should be over there somewhere. All right, then I'll need the difference to make up for the height of the steel. And that's 2 bricks, as you can see. Okay, how much easier? Okay, give me, I'm going to go on top of this. Undo that clamp for me. Steel. Okay, right there. Give me now a brick here, Dale. Couple of bricks. It held it. It held it. Okay, so now you're visualizing the deck that goes. This deck goes all the way over to there, to the. It's going to marry up with the lower part of M, but not to there. When you do that, you only have a 7-inch drop slab, 7-inch, because this will slide over. This only comes to right here. That leaves the concrete for the remaining lobby area this much here. So where the cars, the portal area of the cars going down, coming out. I think it's, I'm sorry, it'll be one, yeah, that's the portal area there. Remember, my scale is off on the width, but not the length. So the length being from that way to here. So that is 11 feet. Now, as you see it, that's why it's so important. The bottom of the deck is that steel right here. That's a 1'6" drop slab. That's a nice piece of concrete. Bella, I don't know if we've got it in us to move this. Let's try this. Let's grab one of these. You grab that one there. I'll grab this. I'll grab another. Yeah. There we go. Oh, let me place that one down. It was the longer one I wanted. So that's a 1'6" drop slab as it ties into the deck with reinforcement. And that reinforcement goes from into here, stirrups, into here, stirrups, and then tying back into the floor. That's the way that works. That's the size of that. That's the size of this one. Very significantly different. This is all it has to break free compared to that. So let me show you when I get closer to you. That's the difference in sizing now. That's all it has to make fail between KL and M for this to fail, as opposed to the right and left part of the structure. Everything right of M and everything left of K. But in the center section, all they need to get involved in the building, engulf the building up, is to make that little bit section drop slab fail. We come out to here, and I believe this is where we engulf it, way out here on this end, where we get the deck butterflying down. When the deck butterflies down, concrete does. It pulls on this BMA here, not for free. It's integral to this. So it rips part of this apart. It weakens it. It shakes the building back to there. You can see I'm just using plastic, and I'm shaking that brick out to there. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to get your building rattling. Let's do that again. I'll zoom in on that a little tighter. And I'm just going to move that. And you're going to watch the bricks to the right. I'm not going to do much. And this is loose plastic. But you can see it doesn't take much at all, because everything's interconnected. You get nothing for free, as I always say. So we're moving this piece of concrete here. We're moving that section there, which is then, of course, tying into that section. When you pull on that section all the way back, you now get the slab breaking free from, remember this is an elevated slab, elevated up here at the top where the clamp is. It's not solid all the way down. It's elevated to that point, to that bottom of M to the left. That is what I believe we see fall down. Then it comes back to here and goes down. Now, with the help of Dell, we're going to grab another tarp. We're going to lay it the other direction, and we're going to give it a little tug. I'll give you that green one, will you? Thanks. So bear with me. This is Roy's editing, and I get to talk to you about more details. Remember over to the left between K and L, that went down pretty much flat on its own. We know that because it has a flower pot flat there. we know this part between L and M is in a video. So this is the part we know is a known that went down. Now let's just do a light fabric. You go along. Go that way. Turn the black tape out, the black area. Alright, I'm going to move this out of the way. Watch yourself. I'm going to move this out of the way and put this on top.
Gotcha.
You lost the clamp, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay, pull yours taut a little bit. Okay, I'm coming your way. We don't want to knock this over. Yeah. Let's pull a little bit tighter. Okay, so let me make sure you guys seeing what I'm doing here. Okay, good. Yep. Good. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is start to butterfly this downwards, and I want you to watch both of these, 1 and 2, and you're going to watch them. Let's see, you've got all 3 of them in the image. We're going to watch all 3 of them. Just by a little bit of snugging there, it's going to translate all the way out to there. You see it moving the tarp back there? Now, if I pull on it and drop down, it's not for free. It's reinforced with rebar, that connection over there. That's going to want to rotate that one over there. Now this has got a lot of stretch in it. This material I'm using, it's fabric, so it's got a lot of stretch. So that's sort of messing up my model a little bit. Let's see if I can take some more stretch out of it. And now let's try it again. What we see is we have a good result in the middle, but it's got a lot of stretch in this fabric. We'll keep watching. It's going to fall down. Watch. Now, that was the whole model of it. You saw what happened on its own. That dropped down. The slab dropped down. This one dropped down. We take a video of it. We see it. Perhaps it lost a lot of this reinforcement when it ripped out the bottom half of that where it was tied into. Remember I said it's tied into it, but only about 7 inches. And so that left that slab even less than, it was supposed to be 8 inches over there. Well, when I do the math, I think I don't even get the 8 inches. I think I get 7. Because there's, oh wait a minute, no, I get that. 7-inch step down. So that's how I do the 7-inch step down. I do get the 8.5 if they made it, a little bit bigger over there than what the numbers come to from the port side. But I want to show you that. All right, end of video.